Right, and then we've got here Cool Cats has got a new CEO. So I've been getting conflicting sort of feedback. Some people are very bullish about this. Some people are quite bearish about this. I'd never heard before of Stefan Teglas. That doesn't mean that he's not amazing. I mean, there's many people that I haven't heard of, but he was announced the CEO of Cool Cats. He brings experience, leadership, and the right connections. What did we learn about him today at today's time?
President of Recur. Wow. I don't know.
Where do you see that?
Do you scroll down? It says experience, the first comment.
Yeah, okay. So about together, yeah. So experience prior to his Web3 experience as president of Recur. So I do know Recur. He ran, but his name I didn't know before this. He ran consumer products, licensing, and retail sales at Disney and Warner Brothers for over 25 years. Talked about a period in Disney where he was involved with rebranding Mickey Mouse, which he did. Rebuilding the Mickey Mouse brand. Sorry.
Wait. Hold on. Go to those photos. What did it say? It said he tried to do something. No, but keep going.
This is his LinkedIn. Well, let's just have a look at this quickly. Okay, we're going to come there. Yeah, so we've basically summed it up. Warner Brothers, Walt Disney, and Recur.
Oh, wait, is that the whole? I thought there were 4 photos.
No, there's a thread. I'm going down. Right?
No, I know. But on the photos, I thought there was. Is there not 4 photos right there?
No, it's 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to tell us something in the photos. Never mind.
No. So I think this is just his LinkedIn side by side. His experience, work experience from his LinkedIn, right? Okay, the next one is through smart collaborations and partnerships, much of which he plans to do for Blue Cat, Cool Cats, and Cool Pets. He sees Blue Cat as an instant icon and states that there are pretty big strategies that they're going to be announcing in the next 30 days. Demonstrated strong discipline today with his focus on staying true to the brand DNA, long-term focus, and commitment to cool. He wants Cool Cat to be here decades to come, so every decision, idea, and collaboration has to be in line with those tenets, which I agree with. I agree with every decision and collab must be in line with what you want to build. On top of his mind is how we think about the business and grow the business. Stephen wants to tell CC's story through numerous mediums, but where the brand will have the most physical touch points. From an internal team perspective, he's spending time understanding the Cool Cats team. He really does need to do a lot there because they aren't communicative enough. I don't think they have he really does need to look there. Then he says community first. In my role, I serve the business, but I also serve the community. It has to be the North Star, which I agree with. Your community is like your customers, right?
Yep.
With the mission, I need to understand the community, what they stand for and what they want and what it means. His favorite Cool Cat trait is the visor, and not just because he's a big sports fan, but because he sees himself as a coach. Yes, I'm going to call some plays, but my goal is to get the most out of the team. Welcome. Listen, to me, this is bullish. From what we're reading here and his background, seems like he's an incredible find and a good fit for the brand.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, as far as Cool Cats, though, I mean, I feel like the vibe hasn't changed too much as far as like what people are thinking about them. I think people are just very doubtful. They're kind of like unsure. You know what I mean?
But with these partners, he's worked there 25 years at Disney, 3 years at Rico. He's got we saw that with Doodles. So they had the Billboard guy come in as their CEO. He used to be the head of Billboard. Everyone was like, look, he's a Web 2 guy, doesn't get Web 3. And then boom, 3 months later, Pharrell Williams is our brand ambassador. Because why? Because at Billboard, he had a relationship with all these music guys, and there's going to be more to come. And I see it the same here. Wait until all of a sudden in 2 months' time, I hope so, bro, for my bag of my one Cool Cat. In 2 months' time or 3 months' time, we got Cool Cats into Disney. We're going to pitch it to Disney. We've got them in there. Disney wants to be a part of it and build a whole story around Cool Cats. Who knows? But he seems to have the experience, and he definitely has the relationships from what it shows over here.
If Cool Cats hasn't pumped yet, I think buying a cool pet, it might be a pretty. I don't know if they pump. If they haven't pumped, buying a cool pet, if you're just kind of like just wanting to play around and don't want to drop a couple ETH, I don't know. I feel like a cool pet's not a bad play right now with that kind of news.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
How much are
always
they?
if you don't want to spend three, I must check. Why don't you pull it up over
Yeah.
there? I think there are. My guess would be point 0.3,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
think
not
so
sure
too.
if they might have moved. And the other thing is coming live this week is a Cool Cats and Habbo collab.
Mm,
Highly anticipated Cool Cats Habbo collaboration is now live. This partnership will offer many benefits to Cool Cat and pet holders. This includes merch like backpacks, badges, and clothing, which can now be purchased. But the other thing that I saw was there's a comic that came out that I actually minted out.
nice.
Which, well, I completely flipped it. I think I sold it
Oh.
for 0.04.
Oh, well, also
Um,
the point two is the floor.
point two. So
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think, the theory is the same. If you want to get into an ecosystem and you don't want to drop 3 ETH, which no one blames you, especially in this environment, then always going for the sub collection gives you exposure to that ecosystem. And we do see that the secondary collection does pump when the main collection pumps. So definitely agree with you, Kate. A great
Mhm.
entry into the Cool Cat system if you want to. But I do think, personally think that there'll be a bit of time
Yep.
before we see anything amazing. I know when you come into a new position, you do, especially when you experience like he does, you need to sit back in the beginning. You can't
I agree.
like and like watch and learn, right? And just like see what's going on. You can't come in from the beginning, and once you understand it very clearly, then you can come and make changes. There's many big companies that I know of that require their CEO to work every department before
Mm,
before making any decision. So he
yeah.
goes and he like works for 3 or 4 days in finance, works for 3 or 4 days in the warehouse, if it's that type of business, works for 3 or 4 days, just understanding each part of it
Mhm.
before you come and just, wield the axe and make sweeping changes when you don't even know, what the business is about.
That's a good idea. I mean, for my bartending training, I'm gonna have to do everything. I'm gonna literally have to be in the fucking kitchen. Even they were like, yeah, you're gonna have to help out on the what's it called? Like, it's I don't remember what it's called, but I'm gonna have to put like toppings on foods and like make sure the tickets are right. And I was like, man, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, can I just do the bar? They were like, no, you got
What's
to
it
know this
called?
stuff.
A sous chef.
It's not sous chef, but it's like a similar position. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like when the food's all ready to go, ready to be sent out to
Yeah, you
everyone,
do
they go through the
the
last person. That's gonna
finishing.
be me, and I gotta make sure everything looks right. And I was like, man, fuck, that's gonna be so stressful.
So tell me, Kate, is this confirmed? Did you get
Yeah.
this job?
Oh, bro, come on, bro. I'm a king
No,
at
no, I'm saying.
interviews. No, I did. I got the job. I'll be bar backing though. It's a huge restaurant. I don't know how much I told you yet, but it's a massive restaurant with over 200 beers on tap. And I walked into that interview and I said, "Oh, there's no chance in hell I can bartend here. I don't know this shit." So I basically changed my mind halfway through and said, "Okay, how about bar backing? What are the chances I can go from bar backing to bartending in a few months if I work hard, which I will?" And he was like, "No, that's possible." He goes, "Some companies tell you that, but then they never actually promote you." And I was like, "Okay, well, if I'm gonna do this, which I would love to, I need to like." You need to actually bump me up if I'm doing my shit right. And so they were like, yeah, we'll do it. So I'm going in. I think I start in a couple days, actually. Like my first day is in a few days. And that'll just be a couple times a week just for me to get out of the house a little bit and to converse with people and to have consistent income again. Like that'll be kind of nice. And plus, I mean, I waste a few hours a week no matter what anyway. And I was like, I might as well go and make a few $100 a night doing that. So
Good. I take my hat off to you. And I do think when you're in a volatile industry, which Web3 is,
yeah,
and let's be honest, that's the industry you're in, that it is good to have a consistent something with a little bit coming in that you can rely on every month, that you know it's coming in.
right.
And especially if it's got the opportunity for you to grow within that and, and move your way up there and make that a bit more. Good for you. A lot of people don't do that. They don't have, there's too much pride or whatever. Good for
Mm-hmm.
you. Like,
Thank you,
good for
man.
you. I mean,
Well, also at the
like
bar,
I've,
I was just going to say that there's people that who are rich and like work at big tech companies in Seattle, especially because it's a big tech hub, and we're at a pretty nice, we're like one of the nicer-ish restaurants out there. I imagine like when I'm bartending for real and I'm good and I can have a handle of my shit, I'll probably have some interesting conversations. I'm hoping.
definitely. And you'll make good connections and
Mhm.
network as well. That's a good thing to do. I was the same, bro. After school, I was working 3 jobs. I was
Ooh.
selling supplements at a pharmacy. I was waitering at night at an Italian restaurant called Mastro
Damn.
Antonio. Shout out to Master Antonio.
Shout out.
And whatever, who cares? That's something to be proud of. It's the guys that are too proud to actually work. This is beneath me, and they sit on the couch all day and do nothing. That should be a shame. Not to go.
I had
out
a
and
little
get
bit of pride.
job.
I had a little bit of pride. I didn't want to. Part of me didn't want to, like a lot. Like part of my soul was like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Don't get a job. Don't get a job. Don't get a job. Don't get a job. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Because I'm still making money. Like I'm still getting multiple reviews. Like I do anywhere from probably 2 to 5 reviews a month, which is fine. And I've never really gone below that, but it's still. I was like, yeah, but like, wouldn't you want an extra couple of grand a month? Like just because, and you can get out of the house. And in my head, I was like, all right, at the worst thing that happens is I try for a month and quit and just like do something else.
Let me just tell you, from someone who's been around a little bit longer, ego and pride are one of the biggest dangers in the world to many things. And that's all rubbish. Don't let it get in. Don't let it get in your way in anything. With relationships, where 2 people are angry with each other, and it's all big. No one will pick up the phone first, even if it's like big relationships, siblings or parents or husbands and wives, and both are too proud and they throw years away. Forget ego, forget pride. You do what you want to do. Live your life, bro, and be proud of that. Really, I'm very proud of you. Well done.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.